Evening all. Denise, I'm glad you got a notification. Did everyone else get a notification? I'm totally mesmerized, or not mesmerized, but I just don't get it sometimes. I just go on the creative feeling that it all will work out and we'll all meet up every week. So, shall we do a sound check? Make sure everyone can hear me. Testing, testing. I hope your week has gone well. Hi, Jenny and Donald and Verby and Denise, Francine and Julie and Stefan and Tim, Kenny. I think, forgive me if I didn't get everyone so far, and all the people that choose to remain quiet. So, Jenny, no, you didn't. Well, you guys are wizards. I hope you can figure it out for me and advise me accordingly. Donald's birthday is not until the 12th, and we've got the 7th. Well, good stuff, Kenny. Loud and clear, Francine, thank you. Tim always gets a notification, but not had a good reception last week. Yes, I remember you said. Hi, Beta and Judy, Philadelphia, my birth city. Have a lovely time in Portugal. Great. Thank you, Verby. And Jenny, thank you. Well, I want to go further into the discussion of the balance of the highest masculine principle and the feminine principle, which is very different than the normal idea of what man and woman are. In fact, most of our interpretations are very much based around our genital organs. That's really quite a thing to say, but it's true. I mean, we have to be honest about this. But actually, the true harmony, and we're going to talk about certain helpful ideas, and it's really through creativity and the balance of the mind, the technological aspect. Most of our educational systems are stuffing information into us, as opposed to how to be human in a world, and therefore we've created a place of such chaos, really. And it's instead we just look at each other according to body parts instead of being human. I mean, yes, a woman has certain distinctive body parts, but there's so much more to being a human being than just those body parts. And the same is for the man. He has certain distinctive body parts, but there's so much more in being human. I think we have to get that shifted. And it only comes with each of us tuning into our humanity, our true beauty of being human. And I want to talk about that a little bit more tonight, because in the past we've talked about how the highest feminine principle is the bridge, the receptivity to our soul realm where love and peace reside. And the masculine principle is the outgoing, making the form visible, making the spirit through the feminine visible. So it's a marriage of the triangle of the three aspects from a higher point of view. But when you come down to the social realm, hi Yvonne, hi Richard, no worries. And when we come down to the normal daily living amongst the men and the women, where society is, well, humanity is in a process of evolution, of finding that balance that we've been talking about. So therefore, the men have a particular challenge, because to bring forth the balance of their outward masculinity with their femininity, often they get ostracized. And it's you can be a man with a wonderful, loving, caring, and mother people, children, your parents, and that's your feminine nature, without, actually, I quite highly revere men that have those qualities and have the courage to be them. You don't have to act like a woman in order to touch your femininity. And equally, where a woman is concerned, thanks to technology, actually, the idea of, well, there's so much more scope for us to be able to do things in society. Whereas in the past, you had to be full of brawn and strong in order to be the boss, in order to be the outgoing protector. And now, a lot of the men, their protection is based around caring. It's a big change, and I know that a lot of men are confused. A lot of women have a lot of hurt and anger inside, so they have to let go of that before they really touch the positive masculine that lies within. We have our task, I have to say. But I want to read some of the messages. Denise says, I read a very interesting set of tweets a while back where it was explained that it's not as simple as male and female. Happy to share if anyone is interested. Well, do tell us more. I'll go on chatting while you type. And if anyone else has some extra ideas, please let us know. One of the real challenges why this harmony between the masculine principle and the feminine principle in your soul is because historically, actually mainly to do with theological viewpoints, qualities of being human became separate. Male and female, good and bad, strong and weak, good and evil, God and the devil. And we still think that way. We still think in separate categories. And we need to come to a point of marrying them. And also revealing the difference of every person. And the way that I find that one does that is when you realize how much we are one, not just with human beings, but with nature. There is a rhythm, a cycle of relationship. Like we take in oxygen, the trees, plants release carbon dioxide. And it's done so quietly. And the sun rises, the night becomes the day. That's done silently. Everything that's essential is within the silence. And our society has created difference and boxes, and we do it to ourselves. We create desires from outside of what we've been told we should do or what we are scared and what we think we should do. And to become you requires realizing that we're all one with the life force, and there is a cycle. There isn't separatism. And what I've created today was the journey of the marriage through my art, of the higher principle of the masculine and the feminine. And I've picked out my favorite sculptures called The Song of Woman and The Spirit of Man. But before we start, I want to see what Verpy's saying. I'm coughing my lungs out. Had this horrible cough for a week now. It just seems to be getting worse. I had to cancel everything from this week, but now hoping it will get better for Friday so that I could go to work. And on Sunday, to my niece's birth. Come on, I don't want to lose you. So if you guys want to, please send me healing thoughts, probably a lung inflammation, but thank goodness for the online. I could participate to my first French lesson yesterday. Neil, you get better. Something really big is about to happen. The world is in a very strange state. Verpy, did you do a COVID test? Francine wants to know. I mean, there are a lot of flus starting to build up that are usually happening in the winter. It is the autumn coming. So I'll be happy to put you on my healing list. And we could do at the end in our visualization, send you a healing. You are in my heart always. So, hi Carmen, welcome. Good evening everyone. So let me see if I can start this. Neil, we celebrated 25 years anniversary. Congratulations. So we'll send you lots of thoughts together at the end. So here we have almost the beginning. I have to let it go round once. I must ask Matthew how to stop the slideshow and start from the beginning. I don't know how to do that yet. And he's a busy budgie. And so am I. I'm trying to finish a few portrait commissions. Okay, I think we're just about to start. Here we almost go. 1, 2, 3, here we go. So, this is my Song of Woman, which I think I've told you about it a couple of weeks ago. And this is the spirit of man, because when I was doing the Song of Woman, I thought, we have to have the spirit of man. And of course he had to have wings to be the spirit. And so here we have the two at a little bit of a distance. We tend to have a separation. And we get a little bit closer. And eventually we start to overlap energetically until we're almost one being within our individual beings. At least that's what I experience in a relationship with another person. So it's, but as I said earlier, priorities need to change to bring about this balance. We need to balance cultural aspects, music, dance, writing, creating art, has to become equal. The aesthetics of what life is, where actually the joy is, has to be made equal to utility, to thinking, oh, I can't do that because it's not useful. Well, the whole thing about how important it is to balance the masculine feminine with the higher spirit in order for there to be harmony is that creativity helps you to contact that balance. And without the balance, things are going awry. It's like, in so many ways, I find the educational system is, and I was great in biology, and we had to cut open a live frog and pin it down and observe the heart pulsating and just see how, why do we have to do that? There's enough on the web right now to discover that. And it just feels like we're raising people to be cruel and think it's okay. And if they think it's okay to, look at what they do to animals. And look at what we're doing to each other. And the only way we're going to balance that is if we change our priorities. And what's really important to help with this is that to try to find a way to have an equal time of perception, of quiet, of contemplation with expression. So the aspect of the contemplation, as we've said before, is the feminine aspect that's receptive, that listens, can feel the quiet, the beauty of the heart. And then the masculine waits, learns patience and commitment to serve, to create beauty, the essence of life, wisdom, through the marriage of the feminine touching the soul quality. So you need to balance those two between contemplation, waiting, listening, and expression. And most of our society is just full on expressing all the time. And they don't listen. It's quite a challenge, I must say. Hi, Drew. Verpi, you will be receiving a lot more good thoughts quite soon. So Julianne says, education is the key. Ignorance is not bliss. It stifles. The thing is that education should draw out the truth of life, whereas teaching tends to just emphasize remembering things that a lot of them, why do you even need to know some of that information? Tim says, was thinking today that the human race has never been so disconnected from the planet as it is now. Not sure that can ever be fixed. Well, I certainly think our values are being tested right now. And we have to talk about it. We have to think about it. I think sometimes we have to be sent right to the edge to wake up. And I hope that the edge isn't, I hope we're able to get back. Some people think that we can, and it is a matter of taking responsibility for our own thoughts, our own space, the energy that we're creating, emanating. And it's like often we, I'm sorry, Drew, I will have a replay. Often we're very concerned when we say the world needs to change, we're going to make it better. Well, the only way we can make it better is to go into ourselves and make that better. By saying that, it's like you're running away from making yourself better. Are you ready to make yourself better? Are you ready to look inwards and see how you can be better to help the world? Instead of saying, well, that person isn't doing a good job and that company's not good or whatever. How are you? We need to be really strong and look at who we are. And I have to say, I have the most wonderful lamps. I adore Tiffany type glass lamps. And I'm actually not turning them on. I'm really turning off the lights. I mean, when I came over fresh off the boat from America, it was like, lights on! All the lights have to be on. And year after year, and finally now, I do keep one light on at night. All the rest, I journey to my bathroom in the dark, and I can see very well, and I don't need the light on. And in a way, it's fun to sort of feel the taps and find the soap and the towels, and to know that that from another, you're developing another awareness. Neil saying his local park, Calderstones, where John Lennon and Paul McCartney used to play, there is an oak tree dated over 1,000 years old. There are quite a few. There's a park near me, near Chichester, that has 3,000 to 4,000 year old yew trees, and they interconnect. Amazing feeling when you're up against that, to think that those trees witnessed a lot of history, and they made it so far. And we're still working on creating. Oh well. Verpi, the great thing when we do our meditation and healing session for you, the energy will travel through even without the internet. Yeah. I think it's a really good thing, Francine, to develop that part of yourself, to know the feeling of the place you live in. So, my special friends, it's time to do our meditation. One more message here. Denise said, I was told today that there is a group whose sole purpose is to troll, abuse, and post personal information about celebrities and others they don't like. Why? How do people get pleasure from that? Thankfully, they're finding it difficult. I know that's part of the whole issue of what we have as a challenge, to regard each other more. I really think those people aren't happy budgies. They are very sad people. So Tim was saying, I was talking to a hippie woman this week on my travels at the Lincolnshire coast who said something that sticks with me. She said the planet has gone as far as it will go, and we all need to change our ways. I raised my children to not think outside of the box, that there is no box. Because of this, they both had a hard time in school. They didn't enjoy it, but now they are both very successful and happy. Richard. It's a very interesting thought. But coming back to what I think it was Tim, within the esoteric teachings that I've been guided to be inspired by, they feel that the earth is in an evolution, and humanity is in an evolution of consciousness. And in fact, the earth is evolving. And if humanity doesn't keep up with it, then we are not useful anymore as guardians for all of the life forms that are currently on the earth. So I just put that forward to think about, because it's a more, for me, that means life goes on, creativity goes on. And if we're just the last few that are going to think positively or openly, then I sooner have that as my thought form. Julie, everybody has, as a parent, you did the best that you could do. And now that they're successful, you see that I think you gave them a lot of love and a safe environment to be in. And in a way, freedom to find and awaken their true self. I think I raised my kids to be rebels. Oh my goodness. So hopefully they're rebels with a cause. So I want to start our meditation and healing. So here we are. I will get the image up. And of course, I have to say, their cause doesn't have to be my cause. I want them to maybe discover something that is beyond our imaginations of how to respond to the future, of how to be wonderful beings. But no pressure, but they probably think there is. Well, here we go. We're going to meditate now. So I think you've seen this wonderful, come on, transition, here we go. You've seen this wonderful image before in your garden or online or here on the stream. And as you know, it's to do with the essence of beauty and care and everything wonderful about being human. So if we could all find a comfortable position, preferably with your spine erect and your head just slightly lifted upwards, and place your palms upwards on your thighs or in a mudra if you have one that you feel comfortable with. And if you have to lie down, then I would suggest taking one hand and putting it just below your belly button and the other on your heart. So to begin this session, let us pay attention to our breath. Allow the breath to come in and hold it and release. And breathe in and hold it and release. One more time. Breathe in and hold it and release. This time, focus on the pink rose before you. And take that color within on the breath and hold it and release. Breathe in the pink tenderness and hold it and release. Breathe in and feel the tenderness and the love and release. And feel the stillness, the beauty, the tenderness. And take that into your heart center. And on the breath, with your eyes closed, allow the rose pink to touch and flow throughout your body. And breathe in and hold it and release. And breathe in and hold it and release. Feel the pink flowing throughout the whole of your body. And feel the love. Be still. Know who you are in your essence. So at this point, let's all form a group of energy, of love, of healing, and send it to Verpi. Let's visualize her healthy and well. And visualize a spring green within her lungs, clearing all the inflammation, and surround it with sapphire blue, sky blue. Allow it to calm and relax. And see the inflammation being taken out from her lungs to an imaginary bowl of green healing water. And let it heal her lungs and clear the inflammation. Now let's create another bowl of blue, sapphire blue, and place the lungs in there. Allow it to bathe and relax and heal. And on the breath, feel her inflammation dissolving slowly, slowly, slowly. Let's create another bowl of healing water with the color of amethyst. and place her lungs within the amethyst. And allow the vulnerability of her lungs to be strengthened with the amethyst. And let's all hold the stillness for the healing to take place. Now send the pink rose to her heart center and allow the stillness and the beauty to calm her concern, her worries. And let's put a golden light that comes in from the top head chakra throughout her body, from top to her feet into the earth. And every organ is touched with this golden light. It travels through her blood system, her nervous system, her spine, everywhere. The whole body is touched with golden light. And allow this golden light to fill you, coming from outside your head into your head, down through your body, through your feet into the earth. And fill every organ, your cells, your nervous system, your lymphatic system, the circulatory system, and all organs filled with this golden light, bringing love and peace and harmony to yourself, to all of us, to Verpi, to your home, your family, your country, the world. Bring love and peace and harmony to us all. And may we all be well. So let's just be quiet for a time. And say silently to yourself, I am beautiful. I am love. I am peace. I am well. And in your own time, slowly, very slowly, open your eyes and feel your feet, your body, your hands in the room where you are. And when you're ready, come back to the stream. Verpi, I'll add you to my healing sessions in the morning. And I'll keep an eye on your messages to see how you're doing. And welcome, Matthew Eagle. So here we are. Another week, another stream. Julie, that was healing that a very wonderful healer I used to go to, Yanis Pittis, that he had me doing. It's like not just giving healing, but allowing me to have a process that I could do with myself. So it's a nice beginning that we can work as a group as well. Maybe that will become part of our weekly work, using the collective energy of who we are. Lapis lazuli is a very healing stone, I have to say. So hold on to it. Matthew, there are many different stones. I tend to use myself as a vehicle. I have rose quartz around me. I have this beautiful stone that, where is she gone? That's supposed to, hang on a minute. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you can see. Is it up there? Come on, go up, 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 up. It's supposed to, someone gave it to me so that what work I do can manifest. I'll slowly turn it around. Does anyone know the name? I have to find out the name of it. But it's really incredible. It's almost like there's mica in it. But generally speaking, to answer your question, Matthew, I gave agate to my children when they were pregnant, because Dr. Shama Elder, Ayurvedic homeopath that took care of us, he said that in India, just the month before the baby is to be born, the baby starts to look out energetically into the world, which explains why the mother can get very, very sensitive and tearful in the last month. So they wear, and he allowed me for Alice to wear their family agate. And so I got my children one. Hi, Erica, Diana. Maybe labradorite. That, I think, is what it is. Yep. And so agate helps with that. It sort of gives the strength aurically for the pregnant mom and allows the baby to feel the world around that they're about to enter into. So that's all that I know about agate for the moment. But I think it would be nice to be able to visualize that, because I know that our powers of visualization is very strong if we develop them. So, looks like a blaster stone. I think it, I don't know, it doesn't destroy, it just opens the possibility. Maybe it reduces the limitations that we have, because in a way that's what yoga does. And hatha yoga, what's interesting that I haven't shared with you today, is that the ha is the sun and the masculine and the outward principle, and the tha is the moon and the feminine receptive principle. So there's another indication of the balance of the masculine principle with the feminine, along with the I Ching is another symbol that does the same. And it's all before us. Our breath, as I said earlier, takes in the oxygen and returns the carbon dioxide. So slowing down, and find some sort of yoga. You can even do a contemplation yoga if you find it difficult to walk or whatever, because it erases the limitation of your ego. Jenny, over the years I have done very intense types of yoga, and now I just have a very limited range, but it straightens out my breathing and it balances my energy. And my physiotherapist gave me these 3 postures to do, and it is remarkable how it's shifting the stiffness. And she told me to do each morning is this simple one first, releasing your neck muscles and allowing the breath to be slow and concentrated. I've added some other postures with the neck and going down and around and changing directions. But the one that has really helped with my back stiffness and things is to just bend forward. I can touch the floor, but the important thing is don't keep your head up, but let it totally hang down. And I've been doing it up to 28 times. And it's interesting how my body gets looser, it's getting more toned. I am so thrilled that such a simple thing, and my commitment every morning, and drinking a glass of water before I do anything. But the other one is a yoga balancing position where you pick up your knee, take it off the ground, and your body is balancing on one, and you're bringing up at the same time your hands above your head. That took a while to get my balance back after this eye experience that I just went through. But it's getting stronger, I have to say. Balance is really good. So that particular posture works on the energetic aspect of who you are. Thank you, Yvonne. That helps me know more about it. Jenny, it's the one thing about yoga is not to push yourself too much. Take your time. Take your time. So wonderful, people. Ooh, there you go, my daughter. May I call you back? I'm just finishing my live and they've just heard you. We're calling me. That's good. Good timing. Yes. Can you call me back? Well, I'll be up. Call me. Bye. Jeanette says, I've found that laying flat and putting your legs up against a wall, also drawing your legs up to your tummy and arms laying at your sides. Yep, that's a good one. I know Kenny. She's good timing, Claire. So each one of the kids has their own little song that comes through when they call me. And they're the only people, even though my phone's on silent, can get through. So, Drew, I would love to know what exercises they suggest for you. You have to be gentle. So, let me know. Drew, if you would message me. We can talk about it a bit more if you want to. And it's time to say bye. Take care. Be creative. Yes, I know Neil. He looks quite good at his age. What is he, 79? Yeah. Well, I will continue sending you healing and hope for the best. Drew, you just message me on Messenger and I will see your message. Okay? So, ta-da!